Hello everyone, this is Youjo, and I would like to get on this specific topic of victim blaming. Any type of violent crime that goes on, there is some victim blaming in it, even in some murders, but we're going to talk about the obvious primary victim blaming subjects. Rape, first and foremost, and then you come to find out bullying is also a victim blaming thing. I just have to say that I will never understand somebody that can blame the victim for being attacked in such brutal ways. I guess I just can't say bullying. I can also say assault. But in assault, sometimes you do bring it on. There are ways to bring assault on yourself. You know, maybe you pissed somebody off that you shouldn't have pissed off, and you know they whooped your ass, or you're trying to pick a fight with them or whatever, and you got the biggest surprise you're gonna get in your life. But things like rape, nobody ever brings out themselves. I don't give a fuck. If she was wearing a mini skirt, if he was wearing long pants, children, let's take the image that only women get raped out of the picture. Men and children get raped. You know, I mean, when a child gets raped, nobody was like, oh, well, you know, their pants were too cute, or, you know, their shirt was too much of a certain provocative color, or some stereotypical crap like that. And a guy getting raped, some people don't even think that happens. Very huge misconception. As a matter of fact, a lot of men get raped. I can't give you an exact ratio, but I'm sure I have some links somewhere in the description. Of course I have some links to male abuse somewhere on this page of wherever I'm posting this. But men get abused more than society even likes to address. But first, men have to address the fact that they were abused and be willing to admit it and get help. And that's hard because society has put this big, you know, walk it off type of thing on them, and you can't walk stuff like that off, because not only does it hurt you physically, it damages your mental and emotional being. And boys and men get abused so harshly and so much more because they don't tell, because of the things that we have put on them. And I say we because I too am a part of society. I may not be, you know, well, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know where my role in tail exactly lies, but what I'm talking about right now is victim blaming. Stay on subject. It's just it's so sad. It's like a woman can say anything and get help, and a man is just like ass out about a lot of things. It's like, you know, when you see like a free self-defense class, oh, for women and children. Homeless shelters, women and children only. You know, where are men supposed to go? And what are men supposed to do? I mean, if a man isn't successful, he's just nothing. And it's just sad and makes me angry. And then women, you know, we have the mini skirts and the, you know, stuff like that, or whether they do, because I don't wear it. And it's like, you know, oh, her skirt was too short, or her shirt was too short, or, you know, she got drunk. She shouldn't have gotten so drunk in public, and to know what she was doing and stuff like that. It's like, okay, but at what point did she invite a rapist onto her? You know, if it's not consensual, it's rape. There's no such thing as, you know, inviting a rapist onto you. That's why they're rapists. They do these things of their own vigor. It's not about walking around at night. It's not about your clothes. It's not about how in or out of your wits you were with intoxication or some other manipulative means. It's about rape. And women get the worst end of it because they can get pregnant. So it's like, you know, the only way you're really going to get any sympathy of it is if you were raped and got pregnant or got an STD. But, you know, other than that, you know, you're a fucking whore. You were doing something you were supposed to be doing. And, you know, what about the average everyday person in general, not women, not men, person in general, wearing, you know, baggy shirt, got a backpack on, you know, long pants, tennis shoes. that person gets raped. How did they deserve getting raped? Where's the blaming in that? They normally dressed, conservatively dressed, quote unquote slutty dressed people, all these people get raped, and yet this is like the only crime where you actually have to prove that it was totally non-consensual. It's like they gotta do this rape kit thing. Now, that part, even though I just said that part I actually do understand, because the reason why rape is like so misconstrued is because some people actually lie about it, and it's a low fucking thing to do that I will never condone. But that's why people that actually get raped catch it hard, because there are people that will lie about it for whatever reason. And it's just, I guess I'm turning into a feminist about this and a lot of things, because it's just so wrong. How can you blame somebody for getting raped and abused? And it's just so wrong. And then we have our governments, our state governments, because they wanted to handle this as a state issue with a national regulation to it, Roe versus Wade, that will be like, well, even if you were raped, even if it was consensual, if you don't want the baby, you're still going to have to keep it under our regulations. But, if you can't afford to hop state, like a lot of people can scrap up the money to do to get an easy abortion, you got to actually sit there and deal with that crap. And by the time you get through all the red tape, the baby's going to be ready to be born. Unless, of course, you have some sort of serious medical condition coming with it, and it will be at the risk of your life. They actually have to pass you for that. But in a lot of places, they'll still give you a hell of a time, because the baby's life is more important than yours for some reason. But I want to say less serious, but it's really not less serious, because it's just as damaging bullying topic. It just horrifies me as much as rape to see somebody actually get blamed for being bullied instead of blaming the bully for being a jackass. Why would you blame somebody for something happening to them that they did not invite upon them? I mean, I'm not going to say nobody wants to get beat up, because some people are into that, but I'm talking about the people that when you're an adult, they call it getting assaulted, but when you're a kid, when you're a minor, they call it being bullied. If walking along, mind their own business, having a good time, whatever, listening to their music in their ears, and then suddenly they're ganged up on and they get the shit beat out of them, and a lot of times stuff gets stolen. How can you blame somebody for that? For whatever reason they got bullied. Too tall, too short, fat, skinny, of course the homophobic, biphobic, transphobic bullying and assault and stuff like that. It's like, I actually saw an article, it was so big, I think it was a headline. It's like, somebody saying, for gay kids not to get bullied, they should be less gay. What the fuck does being less gay means? There's no standard for gay. How you express your sexual orientation or how proud of it or whatever you are is totally up to you. You could be like, t-shirt, baggy jeans and be gay. And it's like, how can you can't be less gay. You're just gay, or you're just black, or you're just whatever you are, and people will like fuck with you for that. And it just doesn't make any sense to me how somebody could say be less of something or try to avoid something or do this or do that. You're trying to regulate perfectly innocent people, but you're not blaming the people that commit the crimes. And it's something I'll never understand. It's something I don't want to understand. It's something I refuse to understand, because it's just wrong. And I will always fight on the side of the well-proven victim. If you were bullied, if you were assaulted, if you were harassed, if you were raped, I'm always going to be on your side. I'm only speaking for myself at this point. And that's all I have to say about that. And on a much more broad subject, people just stop being bullies. Whatever issues you have, handle your issues. Do whatever it takes to handle your issues. Don't bully people. Don't assault people. Don't harass people. Don't rape people. Don't do these horrible things to these other people that don't deserve it and have done nothing to you. Leave them alone. If you see a drunk girl staggering along, if you're not going to help her get into a taxi, leave her the fuck alone. If you see a guy wearing some tight pants and, you're feeling kind of horny, go get some porn. Don't rape him. If you see a guy that you know is gay and you don't like gay people, leave him the fuck alone. I don't like eggplant. I don't go around talking about how much I don't like eggplant. If you don't like gay people, just shut the fuck up and leave them alone. And that goes for bis and trans and pretty much anything else. That's what I have to say about that. And everybody have a good day. Have a nice life. And just stop being anuses to each other.